Good Wednesday afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our market intel brief at TOPGUN Options. I am Matthew Buckley. My call sign is Wiz, and today has been just an absolutely incredible day. Pretty surreal day, and let me bring you up to speed. I never thought this would happen. I prayed, I've reflected, maybe even I helped manifest this, but let me debrief what happened. So a couple days ago, 2 days ago, the VA Secretary, Doug Collins, posted about something, and the VA will prioritize being focused on veterans. And I responded and said, then you should be pursuing psychedelic assisted therapy full throttle because it has the power to save and change lives. It did for me. That's why I started the foundation. We need your leadership ASAP. He responded to that tweet, which was awesome. He said, hey, I'm on it. As I said before, we are looking at I'll just read his response. As I said before, we are looking at psychedelic treatments as well as other alternative treatments, blah, blah, blah. Committed to veterans healthcare better. Awesome. So this article came out today. Trump's VA secretary reaffirms commitment to exploring psychedelic therapy for veterans. And they highlighted my tweet to the VA secretary. I thought that was pretty cool until the cabinet meeting. Ladies and gentlemen, this afternoon, they went around the table. The president, the vice president, the cabinet secretaries, they went around the table and they had some time to brief what they're focused on. Doug Collins gave a little bit of a brief, and then I've never in my 56 years on this planet can remember a president asking about veteran suicide. Donald Trump looked at him and he said, Doug, what are the veteran suicide numbers? What do you got, type of thing? And then the VA secretary went on a little bit of a rant, and he said, we're going to be looking into psychedelics. There's nonprofits out there doing the work. We got to do some research and make sure, things are good to go. But, this could potentially be a game changer. I'm paraphrasing, but that's exactly what I heard. Folks, I don't know if you heard me down here in God's waiting room, Boca Raton, Florida. That was me yelling and cheering. I was absolutely blown away. Never expected the president, first of all, to ask about veteran suicide numbers. But more importantly, he brought up nonprofits like the No Fallen Heroes Foundation putting in the work right now. This is 5 years, folks. This is 5 years of blood, sweat, and tears. Literally all of those things, to be honest with you. And what a cool moment. Thank you to all of you who have supported our mission, the No Fallen Heroes Foundation mission. I'm going to make a great offer right now, folks. Since the markets are a little bit crazy, we're printing money. Where's my buddy, one of my lifetime members today? Here it is right here. Kevin, in the live trade brief today. Tom, Wiz, you're the best with the snipers. Keep it up. Kevin, on track to make 10 grand a week on snipers. What are snipers, folks? They're my S&P 500, essentially kind of quick shots, man. We did one today in the live trade brief that made $1,000 in the brief. It was about an hour-long trade. Men lie, trades don't. There it is right here. There it is right there. Sold a bull put spread, got out about 45, 50 minutes later, 50% profit, about $1,100. Could you imagine making $1,100 every trading day? And this isn't hard, folks. I'll teach you my proprietary 246 methodology. But folks, a grand a day on limited risk in S&P 500 trades, $5 grand a week times 5 weeks is 25 grand a month potentially, and that's just in our S&P 500 trading. Okay. We also have a beautiful looking iron condor that we have on, a weekly iron condor. I showed two trades yesterday, aggressive and conservative, and they're both looking absolutely fantastic. So here's what I'm going to do. Because of all this volatility and uncertainty, donations have kind of dried up to the No Fallen Heroes Foundation. So the current lifetime investment is $20,000. That's the value of a lifetime membership. I'm going to give you a 25% discount. It's going to be 15 grand. However, I'm going to make this. You got to act on this quickly. Okay. $15,000 to join lifetime. Folks, this was like 10 grand years ago. It's gone all the way up to 20, but I'm going to hook you up. $15,000 investment, $5,000 of that you can invest to save and change the lives of our heroes. I will let you donate a portion of your Max Afterburner lifetime investment to the foundation. The first thing I'll say is you're going to help fund, because we need donations now, folks, because people are sitting on their hands. You will help fund 2 healing grants to Oregon or Colorado, saving and changing 2 lives. Now, I hate bringing this up, but I'll say it. Plus, you get a great tax break. Please don't do it just because you're getting a great tax break. That's a great thing, but you're saving and changing lives. Okay, so 5 to that, and then 10 to the TOPGUN Options. Obviously, TOPGUN Options is losing some revenue. I don't care, man. It'll be easier for a camel to pass through the eye of a needle than a rich man to enter the kingdom of heaven. So I've done this randomly over the past 5 years when the foundation runs low on funds. And I'm like, what can I give them of value? Hell, I've taken people flying in the No Fallen Heroes Foundation fighter jet. And now, throughout the years, I've let people use a portion of that to donate to the No Fallen Heroes Foundation. And when you see, testimonials or case studies like Kevin, I'm not going to make any promises, folks, but in the past, we're looking at in the past couple months, 50 grand in profits just in S&P 500 shots. Look at that. Up here, $60,000. $60,000 just in S&P 500 trades, folks. This is the way. And seeing the volatility in the S&P 500 is like shooting fish in a barrel. Okay. Now, let me get back to something I forgot to bring up. When Doug Collins in the brief talked about psychedelics for veterans, what happened to every psychedelic name? A tie is up 7. It was up as high like 8%. Every psychedelic name popped. You have got to get bullish on the psychedelic names. Okay, MindMed, look at this. You can see when he made this announcement, MindMed went from 620 up to 680. I mean, these names are popping. What was that last one? Cybin, for whatever reason, sold off. Down 3%. What's the other one? Compass. So, ladies and gentlemen, in front of Compass is up 5%. So there was a news issue or something came out on Cybin. All of the other psychedelic names are ripping. Look at this. Compass was, $3.60 yesterday. You're up over $4 right now. And it peaked earlier at $4.06. Ladies and gentlemen, invest in the publicly traded psychedelic names. This is a no-brainer. One more time. Incredible day for me. I just feel so happy. I haven't been this happy in a long time. I was shocked that the VA secretary responded to me and that tweet. And then literally a day or two later, I don't know if my tweet did it, but this was the first time publicly the guy is in front of literally the nation in a cabinet meeting. When pressed on veteran suicide numbers from the president, he talked about no fallen heroes, didn't mention it, but I felt it and the mission we're doing. Let me be clear, folks. My mission objective in the next 3 to 5 years with this foundation is to not be here. I mean, I want to be here on this planet. Don't get me wrong. I'm talking about the foundation. This should not exist. There should not be veteran nonprofits doing this work. How about the VA? How about the United States government live up to their promises they made to our heroes, the young women and men who raised their right hand and served and paid? I don't want to be doing this, folks. I'd rather be up in the mountains or out at the beach right now. But if this is work, you can sign me up for the rest of my life to do it. Until the VA starts doing this, the No Fallen Heroes Foundation is going to be here helping people to heal. Okay, so I'm in a good mood, man. Get me when these type of offers are over with, maybe once a year I'll do something like this. It goes right back up to the 20 grand, folks. And there are members who have paid 20 grand, the full membership. It's funny because they don't complain. Why? Because they've already made their lifetime membership back and then some in like the first couple weeks or a month at most. So nobody complains about me doing a little bit of a discount to help the foundation. Why? Because they already paid off their membership. Okay. So shoot me an email, Wiz, W-H-I-Z, at TOPGUNOptions.com. And I'm going to hook you up regularly. $20,000 investment. That's the value of it. And it's usually priced at that. I'm going to give you here's a little incentive since the market's all over the place. And I know some of you are dying to trade full time with me. So take 25% off, take 5 of the 15, donate it to the foundation, and then the other 10 to TGO, and you're in, man. And I'll get you immediately added to our Max Afterburner Lifetime group. We can do a wire or an ACH or whatever it's called, or you can use your credit card. If you want to use your credit card, we can. If you're going to use your credit card, let me know, because I'm going to have to send you a link to the foundation, and we'll figure it out. But you could definitely, if you're an air mile guy or girl, and you want to use get some air miles and cash back or something like that, I respect it. We got to eat a little bit of that credit card fee, though. And maybe we won't, especially with the donation. We need you to step up a little bit if you're going to use your credit card. Okay, great stuff. You can go check out all of this. It's posted on my Twitter feed. If you're not following me on Twitter, please do it. whizbuckley at whizbuckley NFH. whizbuckley No Fallen Heroes. That's that's my Twitter X. I gotta get up to speed. All the cool kids calling it X, and it's really cool. You know, Robin Carhart Harris is a big person in the psychedelic space. He's a PhD neuroscientist. He's a professor, and he just retweeted my tweet here. This is interesting. This is pretty cool, folks. I'm in a good mood, so catch me while I'm in a good mood. Get a discount off on the Lifetime if you miss this next offer, or this offer the next 48 hours or however long I'm doing this. It's going to be 20 grand. I know I'm not doing that, because once we get a nice little pump of donations into the foundation, I need to go back and focus on TGO. TGO ain't a charity, man. And I need to pay my folks and everything like that. The foundation is a charity, obviously. But when we're good in there, I don't do these type of good deals. So hit me up, whiz@topgunoptions.com. I got to go. You got to watch Game 5 tonight between the Cats, the Florida Panthers, and the Lightning, man. It is going to be lit. Okay, have a great rest of your day. I know I will. Thank you for all your support, for everything we're doing at No Fallen Heroes and Top Gun Options. I love all our new members, and you guys got on board right at a fantastic time. We've been printing money with our S&P 500 snipers in this volatile market. Downward trend, man. Sell every one of these rips. These are all bear market rallies. Until we get a serious, all clear trade deals with India, China, Korea, that might be a bottom. This ain't the bottom yet, or the all clear. I don't know if we'll retest the beginning of April bottom here, but there's more downside to go. I guarantee you. All right, guys, I got to go. Have a great rest of your day. Fights on. Namaste and basi basi. Whiz out.